Welcome to Terra Nostra. Come on in. We're glad you're here for our June revelations. We're going to be offering you our June revelations at our pergola out in the middle of the meadow. And take a moment to just listen to the birds.
Namaste and welcome. Welcome to Terra Nostra.
Wow, we are so delighted to be offering you our June revelations. And Shri and I have been living here at Terra Nostra, I think, 4 days. All of 4 days. And it's been incredible and challenging and wonderful and magical. And we are just honored to be here and honored to share this moment with you.
You know, everybody understands what it is to move. Packing your stuff, shipping your stuff, making decisions about stuff. Moving is one of those adventures in life where we get to look at some of the old chapters and then decide what we want to take into the new chapter.
Yeah.
And to me, it's very symbolic for this time we're in, because the retrograde we've been in and the energy of the Chakra Vastu, the lifting into the higher chakras, means we're making decisions from a more ascended perspective.
You know, it's so true. So many people said to us, Sri and Kira, you must be crazy. You're moving to Terra Nostra. You're leaving Guatemala. You're moving to Uruguay in the middle of this retrograde. And the reality is that the reason this was the perfect moment, one of the reasons, and for all of you out there as we are in June, this incredible energy of the 8th. Remember, we're in the Lotus chakra now, which is still this vast cosmos energy. And this is also in the mid-retrograde. The retrograde will continue with us through the middle of June. And this is the time to anchor projects from outside the illusion, meaning in June, if you greet everything at the level of the illusion, you're going to get more illusion and you're going to get a lot of it.
You're going to get the of the retrograde, the retard, the resistance, the repulsion. Whereas if you are outside the game board, if you're outside the illusion, if you're holding that higher point of view and smiling at the nonsense of the illusion, you can navigate it.
Yeah, truly.
There's no resistance, there's review.
Indeed there is. And this is why June is such a powerful month. You know, and of course we build up to the solstice in June as well. What is the solstice? It's equilibrium, it's balance, it's rejuvenation, it's resurrection. And so as we move through June, planetary, globally, universally, one of the things we want to pay attention to is the cosmos and this energy of the Lotus chakra. Now remember, this is floating above the crown. In May, we were looking at our crown. We were working with that energy. And we went into the retrograde holding this presence. This is a very powerful moment. We talked about the twinning energy of the earth and the fact that this retrograde occurred during Gemini. So you have all these interesting energies about the twinning energy.
Yeah.
June is May on steroids.
It is, and I just want to invite you, if you haven't tuned in to the energy above your head, why not do that now?
Exactly.
Take a breath and relax. And then slowly lift your hand up. It's probably off camera, my hand, and start slowly bringing it to the top of your head until you'll feel it. And the more you get acquainted with the fact, the reality of your energy field, the more you will align with the truth of your essential being.
You know, one of the things that's going to happen, and the reason that I want to just kind of jump in here, Shri,
Jump.
is that The eighth chakra, which is above the crown, is located in the center of what the archangelic realm revealed as being, the words they used was the exploded crown chakra. And the exploded crown chakra is actually 4 points, and it's part of the Divine Galactic Blueprint. And if you've not yet acquainted yourself with our Living in the Fifth Dimension series, please, please, please visit ShriandKira.com, go to the Archangelic Messages page. It is a powerful series that, quite frankly, I believe was delivered for this moment in history.
Absolutely.
It is more powerful now and has more relevance now than the days that many of the messages we've delivered were really front-loaded to prepare for this moment in history. But the exploded crown begins at the third eye. Okay, so we have our third eye right here. And then if you were to take your hand, and here's the palm of the hand and the middle finger, and if you were to place it, looks kind of silly, but try this. If you were to place it right here at the top of the ear and point, I'm going to make sure I'm in the camera, and point your hand out at this middle finger, imagine that from my third eye to this middle finger on both sides is the bottom part of that diamond, and then it goes up from there. So this 4-pointed area is known as the exploded crown. And when we lift up into fifth dimensional energies, the Lotus chakra, which is the chakra of June, is right in the center of that exploded crown energy. Now, some of you may have an affinity to ancient Egypt or pharaonic Egypt, and you'll remember that they were often shown, especially in the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt, which was much more about more than just geographic territory.
Mystery school there.
But you'll notice that they wore these hats or crowns that were designed for some of them to hide the fact that their skulls were elongated and that they were literally wearing them as protective devices. But for others, it was to hold the energy of this exploded crown. So,
and you see that in some of the later traditions,
You do.
in the Catholic and the Byzantine, etc.
even the Pope, the bishops,
the large hats.
they're wearing them.
And they wear those for a reason. It's about the energy. It's about this divine connection. It's ironic that you would need a sombrero to hold your connection. However,
But it's a visual reminder.
It is a reminder.
Exactly.
And so many of the mysteries, as we look around the planet at the old books and the teachings, you're going to see densified interpretations of cosmic truth.
Yes.
Densified interpretations.
Yes.
Hold that one in your discernment filter as you travel, because we in the twinning energy, what's happening in June is a continuation, a refinement of what has begun. You're going to see the earthly paradoxes playing out with continued conflict, continued regression into dogmatic fundamentalism, while there is also an element that's saying, where's the heart in this? Why are we doing this? And you're going to continue to see that separation. That's part of the twinning. Those that are aligning with a heart-centered reality versus those that are aligning with a reactive, fear-centered reality.
And think about that. Reality in the middle of the retrograde. Are you reactive or responsive?
Yeah.
Are you resurrecting or are you regressing? This is June. This is the energy of June. And the first half of June is intense, and it's going to be continued intensity from May. However, that intensity can be buoyantly uplifting, especially as you connect to your exploded crown, your Lotus chakra, and pay attention to universal signals. We are at a powerful, this year more than any other year, 2015, will reveal incredible cosmic connections. We have a lot more to talk about that through the summer, especially building up towards September. This is an intense, powerful time, and it is the time of humanity's choices. We are twinning. What energy, what dimension are you aligning with? And so as you move through June, as you invite yourself to become ever more expanded, invite yourself to connect with this exploded crown chakra. Read the Living in the Fifth Dimension series. It's free. It's all online. Print out the whole thing. Put it in a 3-ring binder.
Very important.
Read it. Learn about the Divine Galactic Blueprint, because starting in July, the chakra Vastu goes into the cosmic. We've had a lot of people saying, well, gosh, what happens? Do we start again? Are we back down at the root in July? What happens? Well, actually, July is a root, but it's the cosmic root, which is very different than the physical root.
We'll talk
more about that.
There is an overlay of a very profound and wonderful teaching that will be able to give some of these tidbits to you in the video. Some of this you're going to find in our books and in the Archangelic Ensoulments. For right now, it's very important to stand back from the picture. You know, so often, sometimes people use the metaphor of you're in the cinema. You know, we're watching a movie and we're hypnotized.
Indeed.
Get behind the camera, because that's where the clarity is.
Yeah.
And in June, you know, at a worldly level, you've already seen this in late May. Weather patterns are shifting. This is going to continue. The weather on the planet is not going to conform to the historical standards.
No, because everything is twinning, right? So everything is going to come out in this very intense way. And so we invite you to move through June in the energy of your illumination. Think about the solstice, the dancing,
Focus
the celebration, the ceremony. Focus there, illuminate there, and you will dance through June. And if the illusion tries to grab you, convert that into illumination. Illuminate your June rather than let the illusion compel you, and you will discover that by the time July enters, your cosmic connection is gentle, your life is flowing with abundant ease, and the miracles are incredible.
It's an amazing time, and it's a time where I encourage you to consider, put some flowers in your hair.
Yeah.
Look to the solstice and be that light-hearted flower child that says, I embrace love, beauty, and harmony.
Indeed.
Focus there, beloved ones, and all will be well.
It will. And we invite you to just have a moment of patience with Sri and I. We're living 100% off grid. That includes no internet right now. So if we're slower in responding to any of you, please forgive us and know that we are holding you in our heart. We're sending out a call if you want to come to Terra Nostra and help us with landscaping. Oh my goodness, we need people who want to work on the land. We're out every day. I've got lots of cuts on my hand. But the land is so incredible. The birds are rich and vital. The weather is extraordinary. And the limitless views here. I mean, as we're sharing with you on the camera right now, I'm staring out at miles and miles and miles of incredible, limitless Gaia. And this month is about the incredible limitlessness of your life and Gaia. Namaste.